Well, hello there. This is probably going to be one of the few videos that you see on my channel that is of this game. Um, I ended up playing a multiplayer battle. I might as well just do this. I might have to stop recording if the game lags because I just turned up all the settings just for you guys. But anyway. I got into a battle and I'm like, okay, I'm a level 3 on the Shogun multiplayer. I was never much into it. And this guy is like level 8 or 9. 10's max level in this game. This is once again going to be one of the few videos that you see of this game, probably, because I don't play it very often, or the multiplayer of it very often. But anyway, so let me do. No, I guess we'll let it play. Anyway, so my army is just pretty much a thrown together army. I have 2 Yari Cav on each flank. 1 unit mounted gunners, a Yari Sam guarding my general. I have a line of 3 Katana Sams back there in front of them, 3 Nodachis. In front of them, 3 Nagi attendants, and then a unit of Bow Sam. Now, I thought my opponent's army was very weird. As you can see, we're going for different dojos. In case you guys don't know this game, I'm going to slow it down. Sword dojos, if you actually capture it, as you can see, global effects increased melee attack and charge of all units. Shrine, increased morale of all units. And the archery dojo, increased reload and restores ammunition. Right? Yeah. If you're within that little circle. But as you can see, we're not really going for that. I thought my opponent's army was kind of weird. He has a 4 Yariash? No. Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice during this battle. 6 Yariash. Jesus. Backed up by a line of all Nodachis. Here's his general. He's leadership gen. Yeah. Anyway, so I saw a unit of light cav and I thought, hey, I might as well bring my mounted gunners and Yari cav over here and trying to get this bow cav, and then this Yari cav jumped out, or light cav jumped out of hiding. Now my unit also has another unit of light cav which isn't being activated, but as you can see, my heavy gunners are just getting free shots into these light cavs, so they insta-route, and I have my about half-strength Yari try to finish off this bow cav, and at this point I see my opponent just charging at me with light cav. At this point my mounted gunners, yeah, they just want to get the hell out of dodge. And mounted gunners, they do an insane amount of damage in this game. Like, I forgot how much damage they do, and you'll see it throughout the battle. These guys are a key part of pretty much any army. So I'm setting up in the woods next to this shrine, and he just doesn't stop charging. So I'm like, okay, let me bring my Yari Cav and see whether or not he's gonna faint. But then he just straight up charges, even though the light Cav is faster than my Yari. It's kind of weird. My Yari Cav seems to barely survive the engagement with the bow cav, but kill it, so it's very fortunate with that. And I just bought these Nagi no, it ended up just being my Yari, but my Yari cav are able to finish. At this point, I noticed that I'm not capping the dojo, which is weird, because now looking back at it, oh wait, no, it is capping, I think, right? Yeah, it's capping, I think. Anyway, yeah, I haven't played this game in forever, so but as you can see, my opponent is just setting up next to the katana, or sword dojo, and he will get a pretty hefty bonus from it. He has a line of Nodachis, no upgrades. He has no upgrades on pretty much any of his units, actually. I didn't notice this during the battle either. Do I have any on mine? I think I bought 1 unit of somewhat experienced Nodachi, and it's these guys. I just named them Nodachi Samurai because I'm fucking boring. Wait, where are they? Oh, here they are. Okay. These guys just sneaking through the forest. Anyway, at this point, I'm like, okay. One Yari Cav took a savaging at the hands of light Cav. So, I end up moving it to this flank where I don't think it's going to be harmed at all. At this point, I'm assuming he has no other units hitting besides this little contingent that was over here, because this seems like most of his money. I swear to God, I saw he never had one. I swear to God, he did. Oh wait, no, he does. Okay, wait. He has. Let me go over this. No, he still has 4 Yariash. It's really odd. And then 2 Naginata warrior monks. These guys are fucking cool, but expensive as shit. So, anyway, as you can see, I was going to start setting up Yari Cav and everything on his flank, and they started moving up these matchlocks. At this point, he has this dojo, so I end up dismounting my Yari Cav and trying to cap this back from him. At this point, he probably notices it and starts moving. This unit has been here for a bit, and I just moved my unit so his line of sight can't get line of sight because it's not a bow unit. Line of sight for matchlocks or any type of gun unit in this game is very important. However, my bow Sams, which are over here, because I brought them over here because he was feinting this side. Yeah, my bow Sam don't need to have line of sight so they can shoot over this and everything. I try to remount my cav because I see he's, well, it looked like he was charging this unit, but anyway, I try to remount and he gets a few shots and he kills about 4 or 5 of my cav. Which sucks, but hey, what you gonna do? Anyway, at this point I just move up my bow Sam and just like, okay, he's just gonna let me take free shots at him, I'll take it. And then I use fire arrows here in a second. My unit survived, by the way. This will be a key part of the start of this. As you can see, my mounted guys can see over the heads of my bow Sam, so sometimes they can shoot. Sometimes. I say that's because it's a little bit finicky. Anyway, I noticed that his general dismounted, his horsemen are over here, but for some reason his general dismounted, he's not in stand and fight or anything. And I see him just moving up his army, so I'm like, okay, that's a bit odd, and he starts moving up these matchlock Ashgars. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna have to charge him. This is gonna take way too long to reposition, I don't really feel like feinting. So I'm just gonna charge my Nagi attendants, which are a very cheap unit in this game. Like 150 Koku, and we have like 8 or 9,000 to spend. So I basically just charge my Nagi attendants into this blob. I end up catching him off guard, I think, just charging into his general unit, which kills quite a few men on the charge. But then he ends up noticing and pretty much insta-kills my Yari once he notices. However, I managed to pretty much half his general unit. These, as you can see, mounted gunners got a few shots into these Yari, but nothing much. I dispatch a Katana Sam over here while keeping my other 2 over here to reinforce after my Nodachis fall. The Nagi attendants are pretty much just a throwaway. My Nodachi Samurai are pretty much the main killing component of this army. Anyway, so I noticed that charge worked really well on this general. So I ended up trying to move a Yari Cav over to this flank. And as you can see, when my Katana Sam have been engaged, my mounted gunners are just getting free shots into the flank. He starts moving a Nagi warrior monk and a matchlock Ashgaro on the side. I noticed the warrior monks, but I still thought his matchlocks were still over here. Also, I managed to reposition this bow Sam to start getting shots into his general, which he doesn't notice right away. So ends up being, as you can see, they have little balloons on their back, and that balloon didn't save him. Anyway, so I just charged one of my Katana Sams in this Nagi warrior monk, thinking it'll be a fine. My Katana Sam's holding out pretty well over here. These mounted gunners are just getting free shots into his flank. He's starting to charge Yari, and I managed to catch it just in time. And I just swing my Yari Cav, run away from it. And they end up trying to reinforce this fight with Nagi warrior monks. My Katana Sam are pretty much dead. However, so is Nodachis, so. At this point, I start popping Bonsai on my Nodachi units just to get some extra attack damage. As you can see, this is absolutely brutal. At this point, I think right here when I get that notification, I notice that my general's getting shot at. And pretty much a third of my bodyguard, and I just charge these Yari Sam after him, just no fucks. However, this fight, my Katana Sam fell, and pretty much all of his units survived. So, instead of trying to keep shooting as general, I just throw my, what's called, bow samurai in. And it's pretty much just a holding force, so my mounted gunners can hopefully get some kills. As you can see, this Yari Cav survived, pulled all the way through the flank, and his general's in combat right now with my units. Where is he? Somewhere. There he is. He has 8 units left. I'm pretty much just trying to feint charges with my mounted gunners. However, he's just flat out just ignoring my mounted gunners, which is a terrible idea. These guys are insanely powerful and have racked up 155 kills. This fight is wrapping up, and I managed to get a rear charge and help my Nodachi and Katana Sam to our left. My Yari Sam is still trying to catch this Matchlock Ashigaru. However, my mounted gunners are just getting absolutely decimating shots onto these lightly armored spear units, and I just at this point regroup, form a line, and pretty much just start charging units. These guys can also fire while retreating, which is just fucking broken in my opinion. Anyway, his general fell during that battle, or during this little fight over here, so rear charge. So ends up losing the rest of his units, getting shot in the back and rear charged to death pretty much. So yeah, it was a costly victory, but considering how much he outranked me, I thought it was a really good battle, in my opinion. Like, I totally thought that I, like, overcame the odds there in that battle, because, in my opinion, he should be way more experienced than I should. I mean, granted, I have, like, 400 hours on this game, okay, but still. Anyway, in my eyes, it was a decisive victory. I may have not come out with much. However, his army was really weirdly picked. The 4 Yari Ashigaru for no reason. I mean, maybe expected a cav-heavy army, but even still, there's no need to bring 4 Yari Ash and light cav. And he had a bow cav, so... Anyway, I got a little achievement right there. Most people killed. Last time I played this game, I was very, very bad. So, it was a couple of years ago since I played multiplayer. Anyway, mounted gunners end up coming through. 0 losses, 238 kills. Pretty insane in my book. Katana Sam did really well, killed almost 2 to 1. My Nodachis were pretty much just in there just to get the charge kills. I mean, granted, I probably engaged them a little bit early, so that's probably the reason why they didn't do so well. I should have waited for my Nagi attendants to rout and then charge these guys in. Both Sam got a surprising amount of kills, but I think it was mostly on Yari Ashigaru. But even still, it's a pretty good amount of kills considering I had to sacrifice them when they've only used like 1/4 of their ammo. Katana Sam, not doing so great. About 1 to 1. Yari Cav, I think this is the Yari Cav that probably killed the bow cav and light cav. And this one was the one that did the rear charge. Katana Sam, doing fairly well, holding its own. Surprisingly, only lost like 40 men. Nagi attendants, pretty much just meat shields, but even for meat shields, they got a staggering amount of kills. I mean, considering what they were up against, they were against Nodachi Sam, so my bodyguard, I don't even remember what my bodyguard did to get that many kills. These guys were pretty much just trying to ward off the Matchlocks. His Nodachis, I mean, they did okay, but nowhere near where they need to. Like, considering that these were his top units, I think they're, I mean, these guys are frontline fighters, so I can kind of understand. So, you know, they're pretty much just supposed to take men with them to the grave, essentially. This Nagi Warrior Monk did okay, but for its cost, this is pretty goddamn expensive. Its Warrior Monks just didn't perform where they needed to. Also, the Yari Ash, the insane amount of Yari Ash, in my opinion, was like 4 Yari Ash, and probably combined, they got maybe 200 kills. Maybe. No, they didn't even get to 200. Matchlocks, I mean, they got 31 kills, but they weren't that important. The light cab just got slaughtered, isolated from his army, taking a fight way away from his army, in my opinion, was stupid. Like, just for example, I'll save the replay later. So I just did it from autosave. Custom battle. If you just look, wait. I guess this will work, it's fine. Let's just go with somebody who has no bonuses. These Nagi monks cost 900. My Nodachi Sam cost 800. My Katana Sam cost 750. And considering he bought 4 of these guys, I mean, for crying out loud, that's 1200 Koku. He could have gotten a hero unit for that much. So in my opinion, that was a stupid mistake on his part. Should have invested more in some type of skirmishing power. I mean, I had a bow Sam, but that's because I had Nagi attendants. Like, look how much of meat shields Nagi attendants are. Like, oh wait, never mind, you can't see it because it's not in an online battle. wait, hold on. Wait, I think I can actually. Wait. No, go back. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, just essentially, it was just a really weird army. Like, yeah, look, Nagi attendants. I think they're less than 400 in the actual battle, but because I swear to God, they don't cost that much. Because otherwise, they wouldn't be a viable meat shield. Because the Yarashigara costs the same amount. So, I mean, their stats are not great, but they're a very good meat shield for the price. And yeah, I mean, I think my instant charge really just screwed him up to where he mismicroed everything. Like his Nodachi, instead of being in thin lines, weren't near where they needed to be. They were in blocky formations, and Nodachi excel in the charge, and he really needed that in that battle. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, this will probably be one of the few ones that you'll actually see from me. But